yes, it stopped itself again in insane social justice warrior nonsense. In Sweden, they don't confine far-left lunacy to only university campuses or to socialist communes. They want to get it into municipal management of adverse weather conditions and transport infrastructure. I'm sure that's going to work out well for them. Okay, so let's talk about the details. The city of Stockholm has decided that the way it ploughs snow on its city roads is apparently somehow sexist, because reasons. But okay, let's get it straight from the deranged horse's mouth and look at the crazy video justifying this nonsense. It's in Swedish, of course, but you'll probably get the gist. Okay, so more men drive cars and
stuff. Jobbar med kvalitetsfrågor och konkreta verksamhetsförbättringar. Då kan SKLs startpaket för hållbar jämställdhet vara något för dig. Se själv. Det snöar i Sverige. Och när det har snöat, då plogar kommunen gator och torg så att vi kan ta oss fram. Har det verkligen med jämställdhet att göra? Ja, eftersom kvinnor går och cyklar mer och åker mer kollektivtrafik, medan män åker mer bil, får kommunens snöröjning olika konsekvenser för kvinnor och män. Den här ojämställdheten kan vi sätta siffror på. Det är 3 gånger fler gångtrafikanter än bilister som skadas i singelolyckor på grund av halka. Och de flesta av dem är kvinnor. Vård- och produktionsbortfall till följd av halkolyckor kostar 4 gånger mer än vinterväghållningen. I Karlskoga kommun analyserade cheferna snöröjningen ur ett könsperspektiv och insåg att de prioriterade typiskt manliga områden. Först röjdes ringleder, ofta sent på natten när bara någon enstaka långtradare passerade. Efter ringlederna röjdes större gator, särskilt de som ledde fram till mansdominerade större arbetsplatser. Sist röjdes busshållplatser, gång- och cykelvägar.
Kommunen prioriterade alltså snöröjning för män framför snöröjning för kvinnor. Det gjordes förstås inte medvetet, man gjorde bara som man alltid hade gjort. För att komma till rätta med problemet fick kommunen tänka om. Det är svårare att ta sig fram till fots än med bil genom 1 decimeter snö. Därför beslutade man att ploga gång- och cykelvägar före bilvägar. Förskolor fick nu prio 1 eftersom det är hit föräldrar ska först innan de åker till jobbet. Större arbetsplatser fick prio 2, men nu omfattas också större kvinnodominerade arbetsplatser som lasarettet och olika kommunala inrättningar. Gång- och cykelbanor till skolorna fick prio 3. Först när det här grundläggande nätet öppnats fortsätter snöröjningen med resten av gator och vägar. Det blev inte dyrare för kommunen att snöröja i den här ordningen. Däremot blev kommunen mer jämställd när det gäller fördelning av resurser. Det gjorde också staden mer tillgänglig för alla, särskilt för barn som inte har valet att kunna ta bilen.
And stuff, and more women walk around on the sidewalk. Therefore it's horrifyingly sexist to plough the roads on which cars drive instead of the sidewalks that people walk on. I suppose it has some kind of internal logic, but really it objectively makes absolutely no sense. Firstly, I don't think Sweden's really the land of stay-at-home mothers and housewives, since it's not 1950, it's 2016. Tons of women drive to work every day, just like men do, so I think the original hypothesis behind this idea isn't really particularly valid, but let's say it is for argument's sake. Even then, is ploughing sidewalks and roads equally valid as logical city weather planning? As far as I know, sidewalks never get congested, no matter how adverse the weather is, whereas traffic jams occur all the time on roads. So it's self-evident that clearing sidewalks of snow is nowhere near as important as clearing roads. One's an inconvenience to foot traffic, the other completely halts travel, jams up buses, other infrastructure, prevents police and ambulances moving around, fire service, etc. So there's just no real logical comparison there. So how did this genius idea work out in practice? Let's see. According to Heat Street, a feminist strategy for clearing the roads of snow in Stockholm ended in failure as the city ground to a halt in recent days. A new system, suggested by progressive politicians in the Swedish city, tore up tried and tested snowplow routes and diverted them to areas said to be used more by women. But the inevitable consequence was that other spaces, like main roads, were clogged up for longer and it became impossible to get around. Public transport failed, traffic piled up, and injuries requiring a hospital visit reportedly spiked. The disaster struck despite a $270,000 increase in this year's snow removal budget, meant to help the new system succeed. The gender equal strategy came in last year after politicians in the Swedish Green Party argued that the old way of clearing major roads in the central areas favour men, who are more likely to work in the city and get there by car. Instead, the ploughs were sent to clear out sidewalks and cycle paths, on the basis that women walk and bike often. They also focused on areas like kindergartens, which children and parents visit in the morning. Unfortunately, the theory did little to save Stockholm when a bumper snowfall hit at the end of last week. Well, there you have it. Wow, so appallingly badly then. Never saw that coming. It's actually incredible that these insane social justice warriors are infesting every level of Western government, and in a way that's it's even worse because no one has the guts to stand up to them. In order for this to happen, every local government professional who worked on this ridiculous plan must have known that it was suicidally stupid, and yet they went along with it. They acted as yes men to the Green Party lunatics who were in charge, rather than trying to actually do something about it. They were complicit, and it worked out awfully. What's really depressing about this is that it's just another small thing in the long line of idiocy that is modern Sweden. Nothing in particular is going to change as a result of this in the way Sweden works. It will be explained away by a complicit media, forgotten by voters as quickly as the next snowmelt, and things will continue to become more and more insane in the tiny Arctic asylum we call Sweden. The Green Party morons responsible will never pay any electoral price for their stupidity, as empirical policy outcomes are irrelevant to the sort of people stupid enough to vote for them. All that matters is their precious, precious feels. It really is just awful. I suppose we can only hope that Sweden's continual slide off the cliff edge of social justice insanity into its ultimate oblivion continues to act as a salutary lesson for the rest of the Western world as to what happens when social justice politics is taken seriously rather than laughed at.